Okay, so I will discuss now the second.cc program. Second.cc with flow monitor. The second.cc program is used to create a network scenario which consists of a point-to-point channel and a CSMA channel. Okay, second.cc is like this. This is one node, another node. Okay, this is N0, this is N1. Okay, so these two are connected using point-to-point channel. This is point-to-point channel. Okay, then there is a CSMA network here. Here, this is a CSMA network. It's a bus topology network. It's a wired LAN, and it is using bus topology. So here, these are nodes. These are nodes, and these are connected to the bus. Okay, and this node is connected to this. Okay, so this is N2, this is N3, this is N4. Okay, so this N1 is connected to N2. This is a CSMA channel. This is a CSMA channel. Okay, and this is a point-to-point channel. And point-to-point channel means two nodes will use this channel dedicatedly. Okay, no other node will use this when these two are using. But this channel, it is shared by multiple nodes, and here in this case, four nodes are sharing actually. Actually, this is also connected to this one. This node one also connected. Node one also connected. Node one also connected to this CSMA channel. Okay, so this is the topology and this is the scenario. And here N0 is the source node. This one is the source node. Source. And here the last node in the CSMA network, it is the destination node. This node. This node is the destination node. So here N0 is sending data packet to this node N4. Okay. So here how this scenario is created. First of all, these two node will be created, and then this point to point channel will be created, and these two nodes will be attached to this point to point channel. Okay, and then all those protocol stack and NIC, all these things will be attached to these nodes. Okay, and the parameters, different parameters of channel and other parameters you have to define. Okay, you have to set that, and then after that you have to create this CSMA network. Okay, so here you have to create three nodes. Okay, N2, N3, N4, and this N1 node you can take from
This
this.
break.
Sorry, hello, am I audible? Jiten sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, okay. So here, yes, you have to create three nodes. Okay, and then you have to connect them using CSMA channel, and this node you have to also take. this N1 also you have to take it and you have to connect it to this CSMA channel. Okay, so here this node N1 is actually common to these two channels. It is connected to this CSMA channel this side, and it is also connected to this P2P channel, point to point channel this side. Okay, so here three nodes you can create for the CSMA network, and this node, one more node you can take it from this. Okay, here N1 you can take it as the first node here. Okay, so here N0 is the source node and N4 is the destination node, and N0 is sending data packet to this destination node. Here always this last node is the destination node. Okay, N4 is the, if you take here seven nodes, then here the last node will be the destination node always. Okay, you can change the number of nodes in the CSMA topology, CSMA network also. Always the last node here is the destination, so in that manner the code second.cc is written. Okay, so this is actually combination of point to point network and CSMA network. Okay, okay, so now let us see code of this scenario. Okay, okay, second.cc program is already present here. Let me open this. But you have to, okay, let me remove this second.cc program from here. Let me see what is there. Mm, search. Let's just see. Okay, this second.cc program is already here present. I've already copied. Let me remove this. .cc. Okay. Then let's, now second.cc is not present here. Okay, my second.cc already here present. I have renamed it. Let me check it. My second.cc. This program is present here. Let me remove this also. Okay, now second.cc or my second.cc program is not present in this class directory. So I will copy that program from the tutorial directory. Okay, so let me copy that cp examples class tutorial class second second.cc. Okay, space scratch. Okay, so here I am copying. I'll check here ls scratch. As the second.cc program is copied. Okay, now I'll rename it to my second.cc. rm. Rename command is mb space scratch second.cc space scratch my second.cc. Okay, you can check scratch. It's my second.cc is present now. Okay, so now I will open this program. My second.cc. Okay, so this is the code my second.cc. Now see here, you can see the topology. See, this is point-to-point network channel. Okay, this one. See, N0 is the first node, then N1. So N0 and N1, these are connected by using point-to-point channel. Okay, and then you can see this is a CSMA channel. This one, this is a LAN, local area network, wired LAN. This one, and here you see N2, N3, N4 are there, and N1 is also connected to this. Okay, so this is the scenario, and here N0 is sending data packet to the node N4. Okay, so N0 is the source, and N4 is the destination. So here actually N0 is client and N4 is the server. Okay, so here in this case, you have to create first these N0 N1 nodes, and then you have to connect them by using point-to-point channel, and then you have to create three nodes. Okay, and take this N1 also from this, and then connect all these N1, N2, N3, and N4 to a CSMA channel. Okay, and then after that you have to make this N0 a client and N4 as the N4 means always you take last node of the CSMA network, this one as the server or destination. Okay, so then this is the first node of the point-to-point network. First node of point-to-point network is always as the treated as the source here in this case, and the last node of this CSMA network is treated as the destination or server. Okay, so here N0 is the source and N4 is the destination. And here you see this point-to-point network's base IP address is 10.1.1.0. Okay, so this 10.1.1.0 is not assigned to any of these two nodes. The next address will be assigned. So 10.1.1.1 will be assigned to this N0, and 10.1.1.2 will be assigned to N1. Similarly, here you see 10.1.1.2, 10.1.2.0 is the IP address of this network. Okay, and these nodes will be assigned the next addresses like 10.1.2.1, 10.1.2.2, like this. Okay, these nodes will be assigned the IP addresses. Okay, so this is the topology, and here N0 is the source and N4 is the destination. This is the code. Okay, and you see here NCSMA is a uint 32. So this is unsigned integer 32 bit. This is the variable. NCSMA is taken as 3. So by default here, number of CSMA nodes for this topology is taken as 3, and one node is taken from this point-to-point network. Total 4 nodes are there in the CSMA network. Okay, so by default 3 nodes is taken. Okay, and these codes are for the command line argument. Okay, and here see verbose is to verbose is taken. It's a variable, boolean variable. It is taken for enabling and disabling the log level information. Okay, this console message display thing can be enabled or disabled by using a boolean variable, that is verbose. Okay, and that can also be taken from the keyboard, from the command line. Okay, so this NCSMA value, the number of extra nodes that you want to keep in the CSMA network from here, that you can take through the command line also. Okay, and this verbose value also you can take through the command line. See, this CMD is the command line object, command line CMD. So cmd.add value. So you can add this values, NCSM value and verbose value during running the program in command line. Okay. You see how nodes are created. Node container P2P nodes. So two nodes are created for the point-to-point network. C2 is passed, and then see node container CSMA nodes. So CSMA nodes. This is the object of CSMA nodes. Okay. So here P2P nodes.get one. The second node of this P2P node is taken into the CSMA network. Okay. And then other nodes are created. You see here CSMA nodes dot create NCSMA, and here NCSMA value is 3. We have taken 3. Okay. So one node is taken from the point-to-point network, and the rest 3 nodes are created here. So total 4 nodes in the CSMA network and 2 nodes in the point-to-point network. This topology, this one. Okay. And then N0 is, yes, all these protocol stacks installed, network devices created, and this CSMA channel attribute defined, point-to-point channel attributes defined here. Okay. And IP addresses are assigned here. Okay. See, to the point-to-point nodes and CSMA nodes, IP address assigned. Then server is created here, echo server, port number 9. Okay. And see which node is made server. NCSMA. You can see NCSMA. What is the value of NCSMA? We have taken NCSMA is equal to 3 here. See 3. Okay. 3. NCSMA is 3. That means last node. So 3 is actually the last node of the CSMA network. So that last node is always made as the server. See echo server dot install NCSMA. Okay. Node CSMA nodes dot get NCSMA. NCSMA value is 3 here. Okay. The last node is made as the server. Okay. And then that is server will start at 1 second and server will stop at 10 seconds. Okay. Then client is created. You see. Okay. So in a client, yes, client is connected to the server. You see NCSMA, and which is listening in the port number 9. Okay. And then client application attributes set here, maximum packets can be sent, and interval at which the packets will be sent, packet size, all these things defined here. Okay. Then client will start at 2 seconds and client will stop at 10 seconds, right? And you see IPv4 global routing helper. So for routing also we have to write code. Okay. So routing is actually finding the path from source to destination and forwarding the packet. So here this global routing is used. Okay. IPv4 global routing, which uses the link state routing. Okay. So that is used here. Okay. And then this is actually, this code is used for the performance analysis, PCAP. Okay. This one I have not told you, but we will use flow monitor for performance analysis. Okay. So this is all about this second.cc program. So let me run this code. Okay. Shift for running /wav -hyphen run space scratch, then my second okay, my second, not cc, just remove cc, yes, then enter. See, at this time client sent 1024 bytes to server, this is the server IP address. Okay. And it is listening on port number 9. Then at this time server received these packets, okay, from this client. Okay. Then at this time server sent 1024 bytes to the client. So like this you'll get the output. Okay. So here how many flows are there? 2 flows. One flow is from source to the destination, from client to the server, and other is from server to the client. Okay. So here by default 3 nodes are taken. NCSM value is 3. Okay. So you can increase the number of CSMA nodes also. Okay. So either you can increase that value, you can change the NCSM variable value in the code itself, or you can also pass the NCSM value in the command line also during running the program. Okay. So now I'll show you how to pass commands. I mean, how to pass arguments in command line. Okay. So let me open this code first. See here, here by default you see NCSMA value is 3 initialized. So always this topology, this network will be created. That means 3 CSMA nodes will be created, and one node is taken from this point to point network. Total 4 nodes are there in the CSMA network. Okay. You can increase this value. The number of nodes here can increase or change in this CSMA network also. Okay. So how to change? Suppose you want to take 5 nodes in this CSMA network. So what to do? You can just change this value and CSMA equals to 4. So if NCSMA equals to 4, in total will be 5 nodes here. Suppose you want to keep 10 nodes in this CSMA network. Then what will be the value of this NCSMA? Tell me, students. What you will take? If you want to keep 10 nodes in this CSMA line, so what will be the value of NCSMA here? Hmm? Students, are you there, students?
Yes, sir, we are there.
Yeah, tell. If I want to keep here 10 nodes in this CSMA line here. Now 4 are there. So 3 is taken here. Okay, NCSM value is 3. So 3 nodes created and 3 and 4. And 1 node is
9.
taken. Yes, 9. So if you take 9 here in CSM value, then total nodes will be 10 here in the CSM line. Okay. So you can change here this value you can change, or you
Sir,
can,
excuse me.
yes, yes, tell.
If we take 9 there, then
Mhm.
the number of nodes will be 9 or 10.
Total in the CSMA network will be 10 because one node we are taking from this point to point network.
Okay, sir.
N1 is also attached here with this network, no?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So here you can change this variable value NCSM equals to, you can change the value. And the other way is we can also pass this NCSM value through command line also. While running this program, you can pass this from the command line also. Because you see, we have passed here command line CMD. So CMD is the, here actually it is used as a class. So, and then you can add value, CMD dot add value, then what value you want to insert, then you can write here. NCSM you can give from the command line. Verbose also you can give from the command line. Okay. So actually the assignment that I'll give you, you have to change this NCSM value. You have to change the number of nodes here, okay, each time and run, okay, and then you have to find performance of this network using flow monitor. Okay, so you have to do that in the assignment. You have to increase the number of nodes. This CSMA nodes you have to increase from 4 to 10. Okay, so you can
Sir, that
either
one
change
we
here.
have done actually.
This one you have done 4 to 10. You have done.
Yes, sir.
That was
That was
question
question
number
number
3.
3.
Okay, you have done this. Good. So this you have done. So here either you can change here, right? Or you can also pass from the command line argument also. So let me show you how to pass in command line. Okay. So let me save it. Okay. So how to check? See dot slash swap hyphen hyphen done. Then after that you write here double quote here. Okay, double quote. Then after this space, then hyphen hyphen print help. Okay, double quote. Now see, if you run this command, if you write this hyphen hyphen print help, then it will show you all the arguments that can be passed through this command line here while running this code. Okay, so press enter. See, you see NCSMA. It is number of extra CSMA nodes that you can pass, and here by default 3. Okay, so by default 3 is there, but you can pass here the value that you want. Okay, Then see verbose is there. This is for the log level information. Okay. Now this is not required for your question. Okay. This is required. So initially by default it is 3 value. Okay. Suppose we want to create, we want to keep total 10 nodes in the CSM network. Then we have to pass 9 and CSM value as the 9. So how to pass here in the command line? Now see. Just here you write this variable name you write ncsma. Okay, hyphen hyphen ncsma, hyphen hyphen already there, ncsma. So small n, then capital C, then sma, csma equals to, you have to write 9. Okay, then you see dot slash swap hyphen hyphen run. Then within double quote I have written this slash my second, then space hyphen hyphen ncsma equals to 9. Okay, then press enter. Say it is executed. Okay, so this is how you can check what arguments you can pass to the program while running. Okay, and then you can pass the arguments this way. Okay, now how to add flow monitor code, I have already explained that in the first .cc. Now let me again do that here in this code. Okay, no, I'll not do this in this second .cc. I'll do that in the third .cc. Okay, okay. Now let me go to third.cc program. Okay, let me check whether third.cc is present in Scratch directory or not. My third.cc is already there. Okay, let me remove this rm my third. So Scratch my third.cc. So I'm removing this. Okay, now I'll copy my third.cc from examples tutorials to this Scratch directory again. Okay, so cp examples slash tutorial, then third.cc, third.cc, cc2, where I will copy to Scratch. Okay, this Scratch. Let's see, third.cc is copied. Now I will rename this code, this file. So how to rename? mb space Scratch slash third.cc is Scratch slash my third.cc. Okay, you can check whether it is renamed or not. See, my third.cc is renamed. Now let me open this code. Vim slash my third.cc. Okay, enter. And see, this is the code. See, so this network is actually combination of three types of network, three different types of networks. So there is a LAN, you can see this is a LAN, local area. It's a wired LAN. Okay, it's a wired LAN. And here you see three nodes are there, N2, N3, N4. Okay, so these are LAN nodes. And then there is a point-to-point network also. You see N0, N1 is the point-to-point nodes, and these are connected by using point-to-point channel. But here this is a CSMA channel, and N2, N3, N4, and N1 also connected to this point-to-point channel. And then you see this N0 is made as the access point. Okay, and these are the Wi-Fi nodes. These are the wireless devices, maybe laptop or smartphones. Okay, these are using Wi-Fi network, and this is the access point. N0 is the access point, and it is throwing the wireless signal, and these are connected to this access point. And this access point, the N0 node, is connected to this LAN. Okay, using point-to-point channel. Okay, so this is the scenario. Okay, so here three, it is actually combination of three different types of networks. This is the wired LAN. This is a point-to-point network. Okay, and this one is a Wi-Fi network. Okay, this is the Wi-Fi. N0 is the Wi-Fi. So here you can also increase the number of nodes in this Wi-Fi network also. Here, how many nodes are there in the Wi-Fi network? 3 nodes are there, N7, N6, and N5. You can increase the number of nodes here in Wi-Fi also. Similarly, here in the LAN, wired LAN also, you can increase the number of nodes. Okay. See here, in the last example, you have seen this much: N0, N1, N2, N3, N4. This much you have seen. Okay. In the last example, in the second.cc, it was combination of this point-to-point network and CSMA network. But here, one extra thing is added here. This Wi-Fi network is added here. This is attached. Okay. This N0 node is actually made as the Wi-Fi access point. Okay. So this is the scenario. And here, what is happening? Let me check. Who is sending data to whom? Yeah, yes. Here also NCSMA, this is the server. Okay. Here also always the last node of this CSMA network, this N4 here. In this case, N4 is the server, and this first node here in the Wi-Fi, okay, N5 is the client. So here this Wi-Fi node N5 is sending data packet to this node N4. Okay. So how it is sending? This data from N5 is going to the access point, this N0, and then N0 is sending to N1. Okay. N1 means to this LAN, wired LAN, this CSMA channel. Okay. And then data is coming to this N4. Okay. Through this bus topology. So this is the scenario here. N5 is the source node, that is client. N4 is the destination node, which is server. So N5 is sending data packet to N4, and N4 will reply back to N5. Okay, so this is happening here. And here you can also increase the number of Wi-Fi nodes, and here also you can increase the number of CSMA nodes. Okay. Now see which variables are taken for what. NCSMA equals to 3, you can see here. So this NCSMA variable is used for this number of CSMA nodes here. Okay. So initially it is assigned 3. Okay. So by default the number of nodes here will be 3 because NCSMA equals to 3. So you can change this value. If you take here NCSMA value 10, then here total number of nodes here in this CSMA network will be 11. Similarly, you see N Wi-Fi is taken 3. That means here Wi-Fi number of Wi-Fi variables, Wi-Fi nodes are 3 nodes are there. If you want to keep 10 nodes, then you can just pass here 10. Then 10 number of nodes will be there in this Wi-Fi. 15 number of nodes will be there in the Wi-Fi, like that. Okay. So in this example, actually, I will give you question to increase the number of these CSMA nodes, and then yes, you will be asked first to add the flow monitor code to this code, okay, and then increase the number of these nodes, the CSMA nodes, and then find the performance. Okay, so keeping this fixed, keeping this number of Wi-Fi nodes fixed, varying this number of nodes here in the CSMA network, then you'll be asked to find the performance. Okay, for NCSMA value, I mean the number of nodes, NCSMA nodes, for 4 you find the performance, for 5 you find the performance, for 6 you find the performance, like that for 10. Okay, so this is one question. The next question is keeping this number of CSMA nodes fixed. Okay, you just increase this number of Wi-Fi nodes. Okay, initially it is 3, you just increase this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like this, and then again you find the performance using flow monitor. Okay, so this is another question. Okay, so see here, this is the question. First question is copy the third.cc program from tutorial directory. Okay, rename it to my third.cc, then add netanim code and flow monitor code. Netanim code you just leave it. Okay, just add this flow monitor code only. Okay, flow monitor, and then run the code varying the number of NCSM nodes from 4 to 10, and then record the output data such as mean delay, average end-to-end delay for each case. Okay, mean delay, average end-to-end delay you have to record. Then second question is copy third.cc, again you have to copy. Okay, and then rename it to this. Again rename this. Okay, and then add flow monitor code, and then run varying number of Wi-Fi nodes from 4 to 10. Okay, so here in this case you keep CSM nodes fixed, don't change that, just change this Wi-Fi nodes. Okay, So you can change this Wi-Fi nodes by changing n Wi-Fi, and if you can change here CSMA number of CSMA nodes by changing n CSMA variable values. Okay, so you can do that by passing the values in the command line. Okay, and how to pass values or arguments in the command line, that I have already told you. Okay, and then third question is copy manet routing compare.cc program from this examples routing directory, okay, to this class directory, and then add this flow monitor code to that, okay, and then run the code and record the output, average end-to-end delay, and packet loss ratio. These things you have to find by using flow monitor. Okay, then last question is, again you have to copy manet routing compare.cc and rename it. Okay, no, don't rename it, you have already copied that, so let it be as it is. You just have to run the same code for these protocols: AODB, DSDB, DSR, OLSR routing protocol. These are different routing protocols. Okay, so in that code, in this program, by default AODB protocol is running. Okay, so you have to change this DSDB, DSR, and OLSR also. So for this case also, for this routing protocol also, you have to run this code manet routing compare.cc. Okay, and then you have to record the output. You have to measure the performance using flow monitor. You have to add the flow monitor code. Okay, which you have already added here in this third question. Okay, you just have to change these protocols. Okay, and then run, and then record this output like average end-to-end delay, okay, and packet loss ratio. Okay, so for finding average end-to-end delay, you have to just add these two lines of codes in the flowmon parse.py, that Python file. So at the end, above this line, at the bottom, above this line, you have to just add these two lines of codes in the flowmon parse.py, that Python file. These two lines of code you have to add. Okay, and use proper indentation while adding, because it's a Python program. Okay, so now let me go to this manet routing compare program. So manet routing compare program is present in the src slash routing. No, it is present in examples slash routing directory. Okay, so let me check ls examples slash routing. Yes, now see there is a file manet routing compare. So this code, this file I have to copy to scratch directory. Okay, okay, let me check in scratch whether it is already present or not. ls scratch. See, already manet routing compare.cc program is present here. So let me remove this first. Rm scratch manet routing compare.cc. Okay, again ls scratch slash. See, it is removed already. Okay, deleted. Now I will copy the same file from tutorial from routing directory. Okay, so cp space example slash routing. Okay, then manet routing compare.cc. Then I'll copy it to where? To scratch directory. So write scratch. Enter. It is copied. Now let me check ls scratch. It is copied. Manet routing compare.cc. Okay. Now let me run this code. Okay. So how to run this code? Dot slash dot slash. First, let me show this code. Vim scratch slash manet routing compare.cc. Enter. Okay, this is the code. Okay, so it is actually this code is for mobile ad hoc network. Okay, so let me first tell you what is mobile ad hoc network. So mobile ad hoc network means it's a ad hoc network. Ad hoc network means nodes will communicate directly. Okay, without any help of infrastructure. Okay, there is no infrastructure. There is no wired node. All the nodes are wireless nodes, and they will communicate with each other um, in a multi-hop manner. All the nodes have a communication range. If the nodes are within their communication range, then they can directly communicate, and if they are not within the range of their communication, then they can send data. They can communicate in a multi-hop manner. Okay, like see, suppose this is a node, this is another node, this is another node. Okay, this is another node, like this. Okay, now these two nodes are within the range of each other. These two nodes are within the range of each other. These two nodes are within the range of each other. Okay, so this node can send data to this node. Okay, but if this node wants to send data to this node, then how it will send? It will send data to this node. It will forward it to this node, and then it will forward it to this node. Okay, so this way its data, this node's data will come to this node. Okay, because this node cannot send directly to this, so it will go in multi-hop manner. Okay, all these nodes, they have their communication range like this. Its communication range is like this. Its communication, this node's communication range is like this. Okay, similarly this node's communication range is like this. Okay, and this node's communication range is like this. Okay, so directly this node cannot send data to this, because this node, these two are out of the range of each other. Okay, so this is your ad hoc network. Okay, and mobile ad hoc network means all these nodes are moving. Okay, they are moving. Like see, at time t1, this is the scenario. At time t2, this may node may come here at this point. This may node also come here to this position. This node may go to this position. This may node go to this position, like this. So at time two, you may have nodes at this position, here, 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 and here, like this. See, nodes are moving. So this is mobile ad hoc network. And how nodes will communicate with each other in mobile ad hoc network, how they will send data, they will use routing protocols. Okay, and different routing protocols are there. Routing means finding the path from source to destination. And here path is always changing, because nodes are moving, so path is actually changing. So to find the path, there are some routing protocols. Okay, like we have DSR, is a routing protocol. Okay, DSR. Then we have AODB. Okay, then we have OLSR. All these are different routing protocols. Then we have DSDB also. Okay, different routing protocols are there. Several others are also there. Okay, but we will discuss. We'll use these four protocols we will use in this example. Okay, this managed routing compare uses these four protocols. Okay, so by default this AODB protocol is used in that code, but you have to also use this DSR, OLSR, and DSDB protocol. Okay, and then you have to record performance of all these protocols. You have to compare which protocol is actually best. Okay, so this is the scenario, and here you see the code. See the code. See, this is the code for managed routing compare. Okay, so now here this is the code. So in this code, there are 10 source node and 10 destination nodes are there. So 10 pairs of nodes are there. Okay, and by default AODB protocol is used here. And total number of nodes here is taken as 50 number of nodes taken. Okay, total 50 number of nodes are taken here in this example. the nsinks. Nsinks means number of source nodes, destination nodes. So 10 number of destination nodes are there. Okay. So 10 pairs of communication is done in this example. Okay. Int n Wi-Fi. So total 50 number in int n Wi-Fi equals to 50. That means total 50 number of nodes are taken here. Okay. So 50 number of nodes are there moving and there, and out of those 50, 10 pairs of nodes are communicating. Okay. And all are moving, right? Randomly, all the nodes are moving randomly. And this simulation is done for 200 seconds. You can see 200 seconds. Total time 200. So for 200 seconds, this simulation is done. Okay. For protocol, you see M protocol name is used. Okay. Protocol. This is the variable. Int node speed. Node speed is taken, see, 20 meter by second. Nodes are moving. So 20 meter by second, with this speed, all the nodes are there moving. Okay. Okay. Now let me run this code. Before that, you see here, one switch case code is used. See, for OLSR, AODB, DSDB, and DSR, this switch case is used. And if you want to use any of these protocol, then you can pass in command line also. Okay. See, by default, AODB protocol is used, and if you want to use other protocol, then you have to pass that in the command line. Okay. Okay. So this is the code. Now let me run this code. So before running, actually here total simulation time is 200 seconds, so it will take more time. Let me reduce that to 150. Yes, here. Reducing this total time to 150. Sorry. 150 I've taken. Okay. Save it. Shift colon double click. Now I'll run this /wav -hyphen run, then scratch plus manet routing compare remove.cc. Okay. Enter. See, it is running, and see now how communication is done. You see, this nodes received one packet from this node. See, which node is sending to which node and which node is receiving data packet from which node is actually displayed here. All these are console messages. Okay, we have actually enabled this console message, the log level information we have already enabled in the program. That's why it is showing. Okay, if you disable that in the code, then this will not be shown here. Okay, so what is actually happening in the network, that is shown here. This is log level information, console messages. Okay, so there is a verbose variable used in the code. If you by default that is true. To make it false, then it will not be shown. It will run, but this message will not be shown here. $128 seconds. So it will run up to 150 seconds. Total simulation time we have given 150. Okay. See how communication is done, how many communications are there, how data packets are sent. 146 seconds. 100. You see, simulation over. Okay, up to this time, 149.927. Okay. So this is how you can run the manet routing compare program. Okay, by default AODB protocol is executed here. Okay, now if you want to know that what arguments you can pass to this program in the command line, then you can check that by using print help command. So how to do that? WAP space hyphen hyphen run. Okay, then space. Then within double quote, you have to write scratch slash manet dotting compare space hyphen hyphen print help. Okay, so in print help, P is capital, H is capital. Okay, then press enter. See, it is showing different command line arguments that you can pass. Program options, you see, CSV file name. This is actually for performance measurement. You leave it. Trace mobility. This is also for mobility. You also leave it. This one we require protocol. Okay, hyphen hyphen protocol. You see, this is used for the protocol, routing protocol. Hyphen hyphen protocol. This variable. Okay. So if you give this protocol variable 1, then OLS routing protocol will be executed. If you give this protocol value 2, then AODB protocol will be executed by which is by default actually. And then DHDB protocol will be executed. Okay, for communication. And then if you pass 4 for the protocol, then DSR protocol will be executed. By default, this protocol 2, this AODB is executed. Okay, which is the default value. Okay. Now let's pass these variables. Okay, I mean these values. So it is already executed too because which is default value. Now suppose you want to run DSR protocol. Okay, DSR. So I will pass this 4 value. Okay. So first, yes, this is the code. Now here I have to pass hyphen hyphen protocol hyphen hyphen protocol. Okay, equals to hyphen hyphen protocol equals to what I will pass for DSR. I have to pass 4. Okay, enter. See, communication is happening. So it will run up to 150 seconds because total simulation time I have given 150 seconds. Students, are you getting now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you know how to add a flow monitor code, or I will show it again. I'll add a flow monitor code to this. It's taking time. So you can decrease that simulation time value to 120 or 130 like that. It was 200 seconds. I reduced it to 150, but still you see how many time it is taking, how much time it is taking. Okay, so execution complete, simulation complete. Okay. Now suppose I want to add the flow monitor code to this. Okay. So how to do that? These are the steps of flow monitor. Okay. So first of all, what I have to do? I have to include this header file. Okay, in the header file section. Okay. Let's open that code first. Then scratch non-net routing compare.cc. Okay, here. Here. Then next, what I have to write? Next is, okay, sorry, this is not, this is animation header file. I require these two header files. This copy. This is not required now. Okay. Not here. Comment line that code added by me. The next I have to add this code. Okay. PTR flow monitor, flow monitor, flow monitor, flow helper. Okay. This one I have to add above stop. Okay. Above stop. Copy. Okay. So go to that line. Yes. Stop is here. Okay. So here I will add. Let me write comment line added by Asif. And then here I will add it. Already here simulator stop uh, function is there. Okay, stop function is already here. Okay, but in first.cc it was not there, so that's why we were adding there. Here already it is there. Okay, so no need to add again. Okay, the next is to add this code to monitor here, this code I'll add. Okay, copy. Okay, this need to be added after run method. Okay, later run. Here I'll add. So let me save this first. Escape. This saved. Now I will Paste it here. Okay, pasted. Now, flow monitor. Okay, what is the file name I've given here? My first row, I'll change it to Manet. Manet Flowmon. Manet hyphen Flowmon dot XML. Okay. Here, flow monitor. Flow monitor. Okay. Flow monitor. Okay. Okay. Let me save it. No, first, let me reduce that time. It is 150 seconds, so it is taking more time. So let me change it to 110. I'm changing this simulation, total simulation time to 110 seconds. Okay. Colon, double click. Now I'll run this code. Dot slash WAF hyphen run monitoring comparator. Yes, it is running. Okay. So it is executed successfully. See, up to 109.925 second, the communication is done. Okay. By default, AODB protocol is executed. Suppose I want to run a DHDB protocol. So let me first check what is the value that I can pass for DHDB protocol. So for checking it, I have to run this command. Enter. Sorry, protocol. Yes, 4 is taken. 4 was for which protocol? We had executed protocol value hyphen protocol 4 means which protocol is running? Students? It is DSR protocol. Okay. Let me check for DHCP. What is the value of protocol field? Hyphen print help. Okay. See, hyphen protocol for OLSR. One you have to pass in the command line. This hyphen protocol. AODB 2, DHDB 3. Okay. So suppose I want to run DHDB protocol. So pass DHDB. Okay. So hyphen protocol equals to 3. Then again run. Okay. So this program executed successfully, and I have already added the flow monitor code. and the XML file name that I have given is manet-flowmon.xml file. So let me check whether that file is created or not. So ls star.xml. Manet, yes, manet-flowmon.xml, you can see here. This file is created. Okay. So how to measure the performance of this network? See, whatever happened in this network during this entire simulation, okay, which node sent what data to which other node, and at what time which node receives what data, everything, every event is actually stored here in this XML file, manet-flowmon.xml file. So let me open this file, manet-flowmon.xml. Enter. See, this is the XML file, and it contains, see, several lines of code. You can see. You can see. This is XML file, and total 428 number of lines are there here. See, for all the communication, every data is present here. Okay, for all flow IDs. Okay, because here 10 nodes are sending data. So, okay, I see here. I will parse this file. Okay, so for measuring the performance of this network for all these protocols, I will parse this file. So for parsing, I have to use that flowmon parse .py Python file I have to use, and that file is present in the flow monitor directory, and I have already copied that. I think yes. Let me check whether it is present or not. Yes, it is already present here. This one. Okay, I have already copied this file from the flow monitor directory. Okay, it is present here. Okay, now I will. Okay, let me remove this and again let me copy it. Run space flow mon. Yes, I'm removing this from here. Okay, and I'll copy this file again from the flow monitor directory here. Okay, so cp space space flow monitor space examples. Okay, and here that file is present, flow monitor flowmon parse results.py. Okay, and then I have to copy it to the same directory, to the current directory, that is ns 3.30. So dot I have to do. Dot means current directory. Okay, then press enter. So it is copied. Now I can check ls star.py. Okay, see, common parse results.py is copied. Okay, now I'll use this Python code to parse that XML file and find the performance. Okay, so how to do that? Python space common parse results.py space, then that XML file name. XML file name is manet flowmon.xml. Okay, then enter. See the output. So total 10 flows are there because 10 source and destination pairs are there. So total 10 flow IDs. You can see flow ID up to 10. 10. Okay, and see which node is sending to which node. All the data is actually, you can see here. See, it is showing flow ID 1. This node with IP address this is sending data to this node. Okay, transmit bit TX bit rate means transmitted bit rate of this flow is this kbps 3.02 kbps. Received bit rate is 3.02 kbps. Mean delay is 0.44 millisecond. Packet loss ratio is 0.00 second. Okay, then you see for second flow, you see this is the data. For third flow, this is the data. Okay, like this. For 10th flow, you see this node is sending data to this node. Okay, transmitted bit rate is this much, 3.03 kilobits per second. Received bit rate is 2.52 kilobits per second. Mean delay is 2.02 millisecond. Packet loss ratio is 0.00 second, 0.00%. Okay, so this is the output. And you can add those two lines of codes for, see here in mean delay for 10 flows is actually shown. Okay, so if you want to find average end-to-end delay, then you have to add all these mean delays and divide by 10. Okay, you have to find, if you want to find the average. So for that you have to add these two lines of codes. These two lines of codes at the end of that Python file. Okay, now let me copy this. Okay, copy. Open that Python file and space common parse.py. Okay, enter. So come down to the last line. Nice. Can you see this? See end-to-end delay, average end-to-end delay. Can you see this?
यस सर.
This is average end-to-end delay.
सर सारे मतलब वो 10 जितना भी है सबका प्रिंट करेगा यहाँ पे.
हाँ, सबका सारा फ्लो प्रिंट करेगा, सारे फ्लो का. यहाँ पर क्या
अच्छा.
10 सोर्स नोड है, 10 डेस्टिनेशन है, ठीक है ना?
हाँ हाँ.
तो सभी फ्लो का दिखाएगा. देखो सब दिखा रहा है.
ओके सर.
और ये वाला सबको, ये जो टोटल एवरेज निकाल दिया, 10 फ्लो है, 10 फ्लो का मीन डिले सबका जो था उसको ऐड करके डिवाइडेड बाय 10 करके निकाल दिया. देखो ये वाला.
ओके सर. ओके सर.
ठीक है. और इसमें और
हाँ,
एक चीज
सर.
कर सकते हो, इसमें और भी कुछ पैरामीटर निकाल सकते हो, जैसे कि देखो यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पर एक्चुअली क्या हो रहा है, ये जो है ना मीन डिले को डिवाइड कर रहे हैं फ्लो आईडी से. ठीक है ना? ये फ्लो आईडी देखो यहाँ पे, ये देखो फ्लो आईडी, ये वाला फ्लो आईडी. ठीक है, फ्लो आईडी, इसको डिवाइड कर दिए टोटल मीन डिले से, सबको 8 तक. ठीक है. अभी यहाँ पे ये इसको भी अनकमेंट कर लो, ये वाला. ठीक है. ये क्या करेगा, और भी कुछ पैरामीटर दिखाएगा. See, it's showing other parameters. Okay, like received bytes, कितना बाइट रिसीव हुआ, ट्रांसमिटेड पैकेट्स कितना, रिसीव्ड पैकेट्स कितना. ओके, RX मतलब रिसीव, TX मतलब ट्रांसमिटेड. ओके, lost packets. Okay, so all this data is also shown. Okay, so by changing all the protocols, then you run it. Okay, after changing protocol, then run and then find the performance like this. Okay, is that clear, students? See, in this question, 4th number code is just run as it is. This one, 4th number assignment. Okay, what is there in that Moneta routing compare, just run it and find this average end-to-end delay and packet loss ratio. This one already I have done. Okay, and this one, question number 4, here you have to actually change these protocols. Okay, you have to just pass hyphen protocol value in the command line while running. So 2 is for AODB. Okay, DSDB is 3, DSR is 4, OLSR is 1. Okay, so you have to pass this protocol value and then again you have to find the performance by using flow monitor. Okay, is that clear, students?